Greetings everyone, our fans out there, family and friends. I say a big welcome into the Truth Market. It is going to be a bomb and a blast. We shall be bringing your way interesting and life-changing interactive moments. Please don't miss out. Stay tuned and remain blessed. I am Mrs. Ifeanacho Amarachi Lovett. Thank you.
All right, I remain your friend Divine Susie, and here with me is our lovely man of God, the servant D.U. Ifeanacho. You're highly welcome, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you. And also we have with us Brother Che Dozier, as usual. I celebrate you. You're highly welcome. So please stay tuned. Today we have a question, but I'm going to drive home my point with this little insight. Over time, we have come to realize that when somebody is getting married, sort of traditional marriage celebration, weddings, you see people cook food, they'll kill goat, kill fowl, there is ceremony, there is dancing, and a whole lot. People eat, enjoy themselves, they are happy. Now, come to think about it, when someone dies, you still see the same set of activity taking place. They cook food, they dance, they drink, they celebrate. So from my own point of view, I look at it as celebrating the dead. And I want to throw it to the servant. Sir, please, can you help us out? This celebration of the dead, is it really right?
It's okay. That's an interesting question.
Okay.
Here we are in the Truth Market to make sure that whatever that is a confusion to humanity will be straightened out.
Okay.
We have it in the laws of the truth that truth is a straight line. So whatever that have bending, we are here to straighten it in Truth Market, so everybody will be free. We had said it earlier than now, and we are repeating it. Satan hides in an unexplained truth. Religion hides in an unexplained truth.
Exactly.
And the clear interpretation or definition of ignorance is an unexplained truth. So to whom truth is being explained, life becomes easy and simple.
Exactly.
Many are finding life difficult today because they don't have truth explained to them. Religion came and brought everything as a mystery, as a symbol. So when you try to crack it, you do not know. You say everybody has his opinion and right of worship and the way of doing things. But they forgot that there is no personal opinion to truth. Truth must be universal, internal and common.
Okay.
What is applicable here in London must be applicable in Africa and all over the world. That's when you know that truth is universal. Okay. Or something is truth.
Okay.
So coming to this issue of celebrating the dead now, if we strike a balance from these principles of the third laws of the truth, that truth must be universal and eternal. Now you find out that it is not the way the Hausa people or Muslim react to the dead. It's the same thing the Igbo people react to the dead,
exactly.
or the Yoruba react to the dead, or people in London react to the dead.
Yes.
Is that okay?
Exactly.
Now, because there is no harmony or common point of view, then this is where it is now going to be a topic to discuss, yes. And that is where the aberration and evil will be hiding from it.
Exactly.
So those that are not getting it right, there is something they call a set in mathematics.
Okay.
The universal set is the set that connects all other things in other sets, right?
Yes,
okay,
sir.
So now truth must be universal. Everybody must have something in common. Now the things that is common, that is bad and that is evil anyway.
Okay.
But the things that is common there is that somebody has already died. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Now, and that person that is died is already separated from the living.
Okay.
So he's no longer alive. Now, what does that person deserve? Noise, celebration? Does he really take part in this noise?
Yes.
You understand?
Exactly.
Yeah, it should be a noise.
Okay.
Yes. Apart from the fact that the 80th laws of the truth say that truth is not celebrated, but marked and acknowledged. So any form of celebration
Yes.
is even an error in totality of it.
Wow.
Because celebration is meaning that you are trying to heighten a day to be greater than other days.
Wow.
Yes.
That's what it means.
Yes, you are heightening a day to become greater than other days. Now, if you are heightening a day to become greater than other days, are you there? You are violating the law, the 80th laws of truth.
Okay.
Because you are telling me that I have been in hell.
Before now.
I have been in prison before now. So this special day, there is no day special.
Okay,
Because
so
God is new every day. But I have to be particular in these discussions of this celebration of the dead. Let us not go to the wedding. You can go and do your wedding and do whatever you want to do. But I will still come back to you someday.
all right.
But now, what we are interested in now is this celebration of the dead. Is that okay?
Exactly.
So there is no day special for anybody who is godly and a spiritual or a child of God.
Okay.
Every day is a day. So there is no day to heighten and waste your resources in the name of celebrating anything. You can just mark things and do what is necessary at a particular point and walk away.
Okay.
So if the 80th law is saying that truth is not celebrated that marked, then think more how worse and demonic it is to celebrate a dead man. Because I'm coming from somewhere.
Yes.
And then think how deadly and demonic it is celebrating a dead person.
But they look at it as mourning. They feel it's a funeral ceremony. It's a right. They are giving the person his last respect and all of that.
Okay. Now, the truth now is that you can't give a dead person respect because he's already dead. And whatever you are using to celebrate the dead is a matter, not a spirit. So mourning, the reason why mourning comes with a dead person is because it has to be with emotion. Yes. So there is a linkage to mourning.
Okay.
And to a large extent, you shouldn't even overmourn. Because when you mourn much, you are dragging the person back to the world. Because immediately your emotion linked to that person's emotion so sorrowfully. Wherever she's going or he is going, you'll be distorted by that emotion. Because our thought is what connects us to the spirit, not celebration, not cooking rice, not killing fowl, not killing chicken. Do you understand?
Yes.
So it's our thought. So you who is mourning the dead, not even celebrating is off the point and should never even come into the page that somebody is celebrating the dead. Shouldn't come into the page.
Okay.
But we are now saying because of the economic reason, financial reason, spiritual reason, and the psychological implication.
Okay.
But I'm trying to let you know that immediately you are mourning the dead, you are pulling back the consciousness of that person who is already dead, bringing the person back again. It's like laws of gravity.
I don't want you to go.
Yes, something wants to fly, but you have a rope, you are pulling back the person back.
Okay.
So your emotions should be regulated. Then spending money and all these things that is done, it's no longer for the dead.
Wow.
Because he doesn't really need those things in reality. So it's a waste. So that's why I'm saying it has a spiritual implication, and it has economic implication, and it has psychological and moral implication.
All right, that's really quite interesting. And if I may ask further, I want to really find out what is now the implication of this particular celebration of the dead, and what is the way forward.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. The implication, before I could discuss the implication, I should share the way forward, you must understand the implication.
Okay.
Because if you don't understand the implication and begin to discuss the way forward, many people will arrest us that we want to spoil their culture. We want to spoil their tradition.
Okay.
That the tradition was before the church came, before this came, you know.
Okay.
But the implication, when you understand what you're doing to yourself, then you know why you must not do what you are doing.
Yes.
So ignorance is just there to let people know that, okay, we must do this. My mother died. I want to give her a befitting burial. Okay, let's look at it as I earlier said.
Okay.
At the economic implication. of celebrating the dead.
Yes.
And look at the spiritual implication of celebrating the dead. But most importantly, from the economic implication of celebrating the dead. You find out that in so many places, especially in the eastern part of Nigeria,
Okay.
in Igbo land, when somebody dies, they celebrate that person to a fault. That after the celebration is done, the living begin to struggle and suffer economically.
Yes.
Why? Because the volume, the amount of money spent in celebrating someone who is already dead and rotting and wasted
Instead.
is more than the money the person touched when he was alive.
Alive. You see?
Many died in
An
poverty.
irony. The person would have been suffering.
Yes.
They can't even.
Okay,
raise
so
money to
when the
help.
person was alive, you didn't give the person anything.
Imagine.
I have a case of my own father, which I told them I'm not going to be a part of it. You know, when somebody died, when my father died after like 5 years, they say they want to celebrate. You know, there is a fresh celebration of the dead
Okay.
and a later celebration
Celebration.
of the dead, especially in the eastern part of the country. Now, somebody, my father as a case study, didn't ever touch 500,000 naira when he was alive.
Wow.
Then when the person is dead, you spent 1.something million to bury
Just
the person.
imagine.
Who is deceiving who?
Just imagine.
Who is cheating who? Now that amount spent to that person, why didn't you use it to create a befitting life for that person when the person was alive? Now at the point of the person's death, you find out that people from different parts will leave their business,
Exactly.
their family, and spend money coming home to celebrate a person who is already dead. But when a child is born into the world, which deserve even that celebration, supposing it is necessary,
Yes.
nothing is given to a person who is born, no recognition. Now the child will come, struggle, and you will be waiting for the person when he is dead.
Okay.
Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
Now, and you spend things. There was a device we created if people should be reasonable.
Okay.
Let's revise the protocol and get it right. When a child is born into this world, like a community that have up to 1,000 people living in that community,
Yes.
the community should have a register or a registry
Okay.
where the births of children are being kept anywhere. So when a child is born in a certain family,
Yes.
now let every person who is indigent from that community be
Yes.
asked, bring 2,000 naira for this child that is born.
born.
And every family is entitled to 3 children maximum. If you start giving birth to more than 3, you're on your own.
Exactly. This is another.
Are you listening to me?
Exactly.
Then,
Another wisdom.
when you give birth to 3 children, you are, this community is responsible to that. Anywhere you are, you bring 2,000 naira. 2,000 naira multiplied by 1,000 will give us what?
Wow.
As this child is growing up, this money will take care of him from nursery school to primary school to secondary school to wherever it ends. And give that person a befitting childhood and a befitting beginning.
Yes.
Are you there? Now, train a child in a way he will grow. And when he grows, he will never depart away from it. Any child, you spend money and time and attention to train in the right way and with truths, which was not available before now, if not because we came with the laws of truth.
Exactly.
Now, if that child, you take the person to secondary school level and leave the person can survive to university, independently, to university level, to professorship,
Exactly.
and become a good citizen than wasting it when the person is dead. Then when the person grow old and die, If it is 2, 3, 4, 5 relatives that confirm him dead, he should be buried. Nobody should travel from any part of the country of the world to come for the death of this person. Let the person silently be buried and life continue like this. Then this is the only way this thing can be reversed and be corrected. Because it is insanity that after somebody die, you sell land, you sell your property, then you travel miles. Some people borrow money,
What are you
you
not
know, for the person to come home. Then after coming home, it is still in this gathering that many people will be poisoned.
Exactly.
It's true.
In the celebration.
Exactly.
It is in this point that many people will have accidents.
It's true. Why
Coming back or going back? It is at this point that Mama this and Mama that will now notice that, hey, this person have started making money. Yeah?
Exactly.
And witches will cluster and have you destroyed. You know?
This is fact.
Yes. So in the real sense of it, this should be ruled off 100% in the activities of men. And the program should be channeled in this way we have spoken it. Because I don't see how somebody who didn't touch money when he was alive
you're going to spend over
spend over 2-3 million while the person is dead. Then the youths will eat on that very day, and tomorrow they will continue. Now, I really want to still put up a solution to that. Anyone that is dead, starting from now, should order for the laws of truth. Copies of the laws of truth.
Okay.
When you get the laws of the truth, you use it as a souvenir. Anyone that comes around, you share it to that person, so that the living will be able to continue living after someone shall have died.
Exactly.
So the economic implication is too devastating.
It's devastating.
Too devastating. That the money that we use to raise 10 to 20 people will be spent in burial.
You see, some people will be crying not because they are feeling the loss of the person, but where are they going to raise money from?
Yes, where are they going to raise the money? Where are they going to? Somebody who is already dead. So this is the physical, the economic implication. Now, the spiritual implication of it now is that a person who is already dead, you mourning, over mourning the person or celebrating the person will bring the person back, because you connect the person through emotion, as I said earlier on, through emotion. So when the emotion is very high and thick, the person will be pulled back to earth, and the spirit will not be at rest, because there is someone who is missing him or her in the physical world, and there is no way to get connected to the person.
So that was what you call the remembrance.
Yes, we said it on some time when we were talking about celebration of remembrance of the dead.
Yes.
When you do that, you are remembering the person. Remember means making the dead a member of the family again. So the person have left you in the body, yet in the spirit is with you. Then tomorrow you start looking for a prophet to run to, because you are being haunted at night by your dead.
A woman
You are the one that caused it.
Yes, a woman said something that she had a dream. She had been having a recurrent dream.
Okay.
That her late husband would come and wanting to sleep with her.
Okay.
So I was wondering, how can somebody that has already died still want to?
Thank you. Sleep with this person.
Is it a nightmare or a reality?
Yeah, that's a reality.
Mighty God.
Her thought has not left the husband.
She's pulling him back again.
She's pulling him back. The husband is still missing her, and she is still missing the husband. And you know that, and you know that sex is an emotional thing. And sex is a spiritual thing. You know, it's a spiritual union. So now the cord has not been broken, because her emotion is still to that husband.
So he comes really to meet with her.
I've told you, like, if somebody intention is what connects us to the spiritual world. not physical activities. That's why when I was talking about celebration,
Exactly.
we are talking about the economic implication and the destructive nature of it to the living.
Exactly.
The dead does not have anything. What you use to pull back the dead is emotion, remembrance, not activities. It doesn't know whether you kill cow or ram or whatever. It's gone because it's matter. But your emotion will link you. So that's the reason why we want to strike a balance by discussing the physical, economic implication and the spiritual implication. Because every person is a spiritual being.
Yes.
A spirit is living in a body. And when the body leaves and go to the soil, when the spirit leaves the body and the body go to the soil, then the spirit continue living on. So what is going to call that spirit back is your thoughts. And your emotion.
Wow.
So if you don't forget about the dead and allow them to go,
They'll keep visiting you.
They'll keep
then they will
visiting.
continue visiting you and tormenting you. You get a point?
Yes.
Okay, so this is it. So whatever that needs to be done to someone, love your neighbor as you love yourself.
Yourself.
They didn't say love the dead as you love yourself. You understand? Yes. So when you are now pouring out a love to the living, when the person dies, ma'am, just like what Roman paganism is doing, Roman Catholic, when somebody is sick, you start visiting hospital. You will not call a reverend father or a priest to come and pray for this person for healing, which is possible, which we do.
Yes.
Then you'll be waiting. At the point the person is about to die, you now rush and go and call a reverend father.
Come on.
A reverend father will now come and give Holy Communion. And you start clapping. Glory be to God. God has taken him.
Yeah.
You know? That is what is called mercy killing
Okay.
in medical terms. You know? You kill this person because you would have helped the person to be alive if you are really a child and a spiritual person, a child of God or a man of God as a spiritual person. Your prayer would have saved this person. We have saved so many people just by calling on phone. We pray for the person. We're not praying that somebody will die.
Okay.
Now, when the person now give Holy Communion and this person die, he will tell you, the soul have rested in peace. It's religious, it's demonic, it's satanic, it's destructive, and if it is not stopped, humanity will continue dying. That's the spiritual implication. Now, two, the spiritual implication. If Satan sees that people are attaching too much importance to death, and they are afraid of it, it will continue reoccurring. Yes. Job chapter 3 verse 25. That thing I heavily feared is coming upon me. So they are now telling Satan that if what you really want to do to torment this family, to torment this person, is come and kill one person. Are you there? But if people overlook death, you know, you have died, go your way, then Satan will no longer use it as a medium of punishment.
Because he dwells in causing pain.
It is interested in causing pain. So now if Satan, I'm going to run your business down, but you are too frugal, you don't want to spend. Okay, let me come and kill your mother. So that through the celebration of this, your mother, now you spend more. Then after a demon now sucking blood and other things, he will come back again and kill another person.
Fire.
Because this thing is what you greatly fear and concentrate. And the laws of attraction, what you think comes to you. A man is whoever he is, whatever you think. As a man thinketh in heart, so he is. The book of Proverbs. So when you are thinking about death, fear will come in. God will disappear. When God leaves you, Satan will come and begin to roast you alive.
Torment you more.
Wow.
You get the implication of the emotional, the spiritual implication of celebrating the dead.
That's a wonderful one.
Just like by extension, like this issue of barrenness.
Yes.
You know, I don't want to go there, but I just want to chip in how Satan have destroyed so many lives unknown to them because of their thought pattern and their emotional status, their state of heart. This issue of barrenness, there is no way a person would give birth, get married, and the person you say is barren. The reason barrenness is happening is because so many people have attached too much importance in giving birth and feel that marriage is not consummated when somebody is barren. You know, now Satan will come and say, okay, this is your weak point. I'll grab you from here. This is your child, will never. And in the spiritual world, they see the heart and they see the womb. They can carry one block and put there, you call it fibroid, and will come and give birth to a child. But if you know it's a normal thing, you feel free with it, there is no way. How many people out of childlock, giving birth out of childlock, who wouldn't even know that he's pregnant until after 5-7 months? He will now remember.
So we'll be looking for how to, you know.
Yes, but because this emotion negatively have attached, that's why Christ is saying, don't worry about tomorrow.
Exactly.
And allow the dead to bury the dead. Get the point? So this time, people are dying because people are giving too much attention to the dead people. Then Satan sees it as a harvest. I continue killing now. If I want to run your business now, I will come and kill your this thing. You close down the business, you go there. But if we take it for granted that a person that is dead, when Satan sees that this thing has been commonized, you stop killing people.
This is
Invariably, still our actions and our thought pattern that invites Satan to come and do what he's not supposed to do.
Is that
when that emotion
is
negative,
Yeah.
negative things,
and fearful.
fearful.
Yeah.
Actually, yes, I want to come in the servant.
Yeah.
You, before now, have said something concerning the way forward that I want to, for clarity of purpose and for our viewers who are yet to understand where we're going. Maybe if actually you just joined us now,
Yes.
we know what we're talking about. It's about celebrating the dead and the way forward. Now, people will want to hear the servant. What is actually the true condolence? You know, you said people must always come to mourn with you. You know, what is actually the true condolence? So that tomorrow we are trying to lay down
a principle, a foundation.
principle and the foundation to whosoever tomorrow encounters this. You have given us the both economic, spiritual, whatever. Whosoever you are preparing the world's mind, everybody's mind now. Whosoever comes in, eventually come in contact with this kind of process, what the person is supposed to do, and whatever is surrounding, what's the way they come through condolence? What actually is it?
Okay. Now, the true condolence. Did you get it?
Yes, sir.
The true condolence a person should share to a person is when the person is alive. And what do we do to prevent death from occurring? That's the true condolence.
That's prevention.
It's okay. Talking on preventive.
Yes.
Okay.
Because a common saying says prevention is better than cure.
Okay.
You understand? Don't visit me in the hospital when I'm sick. Visit me when I have not done what made me to be in the hospital.
Okay.
So that I will not be in the hospital. We say that the joy of victory is knowing what would have happened if you had not taken a right decision.
Wow.
Yes, that's the joy of victory. I won this. I'm victorious over this thing. You can never appreciate that victory until you have known what would have happened. The worst that would have happened if you have not gotten that trophy.
Okay.
That will make you to appreciate the trophy. So when you know what you would have lost if you are celebrating the death, if you didn't celebrate the death, then you save it. That's when you appreciate not celebrating the death. So when this truth begin now to go around, of course, we are Christians, And the Bible told us in the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 15 that the last enemy to be conquered is death.
Yes.
Now, what is the death that is to be conquered? Untimely death. Untimely death and dying in pains. And all these things are avoidable.
Yes.
Okay.
If you go to, let me talk about the eastern part of the country, Igbo land. You hardly see somebody who is 120 years.
Fact, not
Hardly.
just in Igbo land, almost everywhere.
Almost everywhere.
Almost everywhere.
Okay, everybody should pick theirs.
Almost everywhere.
Hardly see somebody who is 100 and why? Because of bad life.
Bad life.
Smoking, drinking, heart attack because of lack of capital, lack of planning, no education, ignorance, religion.
Oh, honestly.
Both Christian religion and every other religion, they weaken the conscience of human being. At the age of 60, you become helpless because there is no truth to keep the ball rolling and the fire burning. You depression and all that. So for we to pay condolence to people, first is what the instruction I gave. Look for a little child that is just born. Let community contribute money and keep for this child, preparing his future and planning his existence here on earth. There is no repentance in the grave. Yes. Are you there? Now, a community can come and ban beer parlor in a community. But don't ban beer parlor without building up a library. A library,
Perfect, yes,
a
perfectly
vocational
said.
offices, where people can go and learn shoemaker and tailoring and the furniture and the computer and all that. Then you use it as you're banning beer parlor. Then why are you banning beer parlor? Okay, every of you should go to the library.
Exactly.
Every of you should go and learn something.
There is a solution.
As a youth is growing up, you have profiled a solution. That is the condolence. There is what our people used to say, Ikwa Madonando.
You
Are
know,
you there?
I have problem with that statement.
Yes.
Because I noticed that when you do something that is groovy for someone,
Yeah.
the person will make that statement.
Yeah.
Oh, Ikwagum Nando.
Yeah. You didn't understand it.
Yeah, so even there was a day I wanted to say it.
Yeah.
Out of joy.
Yes.
For what someone did
Did
for
for
me.
you, yeah.
I say no. What is the meaning of this statement?
Okay.
But this is exactly what we're talking
Yes.
about.
Ikwa Madonando. So you are now celebrating that person while the person is still alive.
Oh, which
you
is
are mourning that
major
person.
thing.
Yes, that is the true condolence.
Whatever you will do for me, do it for
Do
me.
it
now
while I'm
that
still alive. That's why I brought Roman paganism. Are you listening to me?
Yes.
Yes. So many things to correct the world.
Honestly.
You know, so when such atmosphere is being created, a child is now born with golden spoon. We said it. Many children, no child is born foolish or poor.
Exactly.
But many childs are born in a foolish, useless, religious, and poor family
Many children.
by the circumstances and the culture they have already created. So we, the New Jerusalemites, coming from the embassy of the New Jerusalem, Worthy Lord Church of the Universe, we came to repair the world and bring new order. We are not telling you to remove this one and be empty. We are not religious. We are not Christian religious people. We are Christian scientists.
Yes.
You know, as you are making this one, condemning this system, you are making it obsolete by bringing something that works. So if these vocational things are there, then a child will now grow up. As he's growing, he's learning something. Shoemaker is shoemaker everywhere. Furniture is furniture everywhere. You know,
Yeah.
computer is computer everywhere. Then a child, you will no longer see a child in a city and call that person a village boy. Because he can repair your shoe
Exactly.
and he can sew your clothes.
What is obtainable in the city is
It's
still
obtainable in the village.
in the village, then there become equality and neutrality. Then, most importantly, all these villages that have churches, they have to be frozen. Are you there? Churches need to be closed down. I spent all my time, though I was still a truant anyway, but many people spend all their time in this Carol, Mary League, and Block Rosary, and all that. Don't do anything that does not add to your future, that is not cumulative. And when you grow up now, we start telling you, okay, bring your certificate of your Mary League. You find out you are Mumu. You know, because your time was spent and wasted in religion. So all this mushroom, why is it in a village? Why is it in a village? In a village
Honestly.
that are worshiping, claim to be worshiping one God, using one sun, one A, one water. You come there, you have Redeem, you have Winners, you have Jehovah Witness, you have Siemens, you have a Catholic, you have this. They are fighting over things.
See, I'm not really interrupting, but more insight. You know,
Yes.
these religious activities. There was a time. Let me use myself as an example.
Okay.
After my SSC
Yeah.
and all of that. Okay. No. There was a time I was so deep in these religious activities.
Okay.
And a sister said, sis, I got you a job somewhere
Yeah.
which can really help you because you need to see life then. So we believe that
Yeah.
living miserable, poor,
Yeah.
and all of that,
Okay.
looking haggard, that
Okay.
is the only way to
Be godly.
recognize you as a child of God.
Madness.
You know. So when she said, I got you a job which I feel will really help you, I say, no, I don't need any job that will distract my
From being
spiritual
stupid.
activity.
No. Nah, you like this madness.
Honestly, they were like, are you okay? I say, I know what I don't need any job.
Yes, that will
will
stop your
my
madness.
church activities. And I was roasting in poverty.
Okay, but now you are knowing.
Before I wear clothes, somebody have to dash me then. And I believe that was way out.
Okay, so now this is it. So religion is evil. You know, like Roman paganism now, they take reports and records from Rome. There is churches everywhere. They coordinate them and collect their money.
But that is it.
But there is no productivity, set in the village. So I think this is the condolence. Condolence. That immediately, you learn that somebody is dead. You wave, ask the people, even if it's your brother or your parents, please bury my parents if actually it has been confirmed dead.
But won't people look at it as being inhuman?
Yeah. It's becoming human when you are left with no option than condolence visits and burial. It becoming human.
Okay.
You get what I'm trying to say? But if you have provided alternative, it will not be inhuman.
Okay.
You know, I had someone say, or I had someone, when he was to die, he called the children.
Okay.
And said, I'm taking off.
Wow.
You know, shake his things and say, yes, I want to go to the other side. Is that inhumanity? No, it's maturity to the highest order, and that's how it's supposed to be. So I have someone who said, my father, he told us that when he died, nobody should take him to mortuary. He should be buried immediately. He shouldn't go to mortuary. Are you there?
I wanted you to stress yourself.
You understand? Yeah. So this is how it is. So it is becoming, it looks to be inhuman because it is religious, cultural, demonic, and whatever you want to think about it. But when you create a superior power, when the perfect comes, the imperfect disappears. So if truth becomes a culture, nobody will say it's inhuman. Thank you.
Perfectly said. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Honestly.
Great explanation.
Honestly, we call him the explanator.
Yes, just like as
the explanator. We really appreciate every single moment with the servant D. Ifeanacho, a man loaded and anointed by God himself, filled with the spirit of wisdom, revelation, and understanding. If you want to know about God, if you want to grow in grace, not just knowing God, but if you want to become like God yourself, listen to the servant D. Ifeanacho. Get his anointed messages. Be part of what is happening in the truth market. And I bet you your life can never remain the same. Also, don't forget the laws of truth, the book that has come to practically solve all human problems. Every question you want to ask, everything you want to know, every solution is embedded in this book. Find time, take your time, read this book, and this book will read you. The laws of truth have come to solve practical human problems. And I bet you, if you can go and search for this book, it is on our website. Visit our website and request for 1, request for 100, for 1,000. We are there for you. Make the world a global paradise, and God will bless you in Jesus' name. Thank you.